This is the Louie T Network. Hey, either you're outside or you're
in the lab room.
Who else could it be but me, your me? Louie T, welcome. You are in the lab room. Of course, I am your host, Louie. Thank you for joining me. This is the NFL Draft Prospects 101, your guide to some of the biggest and hottest names of the 2015 NFL Draft. We're talking running backs, and we're talking about the premier two in this draft. We've already talked about Todd Gurley II. Now we're talking about Melvin Gordon III, running back out of Wisconsin. Let's jump into his pros, why don't we? And we start with his size. It is excellent. I talked about the size of backs and how I like taller backs. I can't speak for anybody else out there. You may like 5'10" backs. That might be your choice. You might like 5'8" backs. I like my backs 6 feet or better. For some reason, I just like upright backs as long as they know how to dip the shoulder. And so at 6'1", 215 pounds, Melvin Gordon is built to take on the rigors of the National Football League. He has an innate ability to get to the outside on rushing plays, and that's another pro for him. Is he finds a way to get to the outside on plays that sometimes you think to yourself, there's no way he's getting outside of the guy that's trying to keep contained. That guy has perfect leverage. He set the edge. There's no way he's getting outside. In some way, somehow, not only does Melvin Gordon get to the outside, but he actually is able to turn the corner, get up the field, and pick up 8 yards in a play that should have been stopped for a 2-yard gain at best. And so he has an innate ability to bounce plays to the outside. Even when it's supposed to go up the middle, he can get to the outside and make something out of nothing. Quicker than fast. He's not as fast as you would like him to be. Still has enough speed to make you pay if you make a mistake. But he's a lot quicker than fast, especially when he's in the hole. He has the quickness and the shiftiness to make guys miss, not only outside in space, but in the hole, in the trenches, where it's very tight in close quarters. He can make the movements necessary to make a defender miss and come out of the other side, out of the back side of that hole, and make something happen and turn a 5-yard gain into an explosive 45-yard gain. He's got that kind of feet, that kind of quickness. He's quicker than fast. Great balance in footwork. I kind of spoke to the footwork about him being quick in the hole, being able to make guys miss in short spaces. His balance is tremendous. Another one of these guys, much like Todd Gurley II, that stays on their feet when enduring contact. Even though he's being hit, he still finds a way to keep his balance, very strong with the football. And these are the guys that gets yards after contact, and that is key for a running back, because in this league, you're going to have to make guys miss. There's going to be an unblocked defender somewhere. There's not always going to be a play where everyone is accounted for. You're going to have to make someone miss. Sometimes it's 5 yards up the field. Sometimes it's 3 yards up the field. Sometimes as soon as you get the football 2 yards in the backfield, you've got to make a guy miss. You've got to have great footwork. You've got to have great balance. And Melvin Gordon III has exactly that. Excellent stiff arm. I talked about him having the innate ability to bounce it outside. Huge part of the reason why he's able to do that. An excellent stiff arm, the best I've seen thus far. Having broken everybody down, but I doubt I will find a better stiff arm in this draft than the one that Melvin Gordon III deploys. When he has the football, that stiff arm is as good as money in the bank. When he puts it out there, guys go down, and he usually is able to pick up another 5 to 7 yards after sticking it in the face of a defender. And I've seen many guys try to tackle him and fail because of that excellent stiff arm. That's a very underutilized, very underutilized tool for running backs. I think it's gone by the wayside. The last elite back that had a dominant stiff arm was LT. Guys don't use it as much anymore like they should. If you've got a dominant stiff arm, you can turn a 32-yard run into a 62-yard run. You can turn a 7-yard run into a 77-yard run. If you can stiff arm guys, there's a lot of extra yardage to be found in the National Football League. Tremendous pass receiver. He can catch the football out of the backfield. They threw it to him on numerous occasions, and he's a guy that will make plays. There's one play, he's in the end zone, quarterback's rolling out in the pocket. He steps up, rush is coming, is able to find Melvin Gordon in the end zone. Really not sure if he was throwing it to Melvin Gordon or if he was throwing the football to the tight end running a crossing route behind him. Either way, Melvin Gordon says, I'm here, I'm open, and he is going in the opposite direction, stops, turns his body, plucks the football from behind him, catches it in the end zone for a touchdown. Tremendous pass receiver, great hands, catches the football, is a guy that you can feel really comfortable throwing the football to out of the backfield. He's got patience, and I mean this in more than one way. This is another pro for Melvin Gordon III. He's got patience, almost to a fault. Sometimes he has too much patience, but this is a good thing for Melvin Gordon. His patience as a back allows him to probe the line of scrimmage and allow blocks to develop holes to open up, and when they do, he hits them. But I love his patience off the field as well. Here's a guy that bought his time at Wisconsin. Remember, this guy was on the roster in 2012 when not only was James White was there, but remember Monte Ball was getting the bulk load of the carries. Monte Ball gets drafted in 2013 to the Denver Broncos, and he still has to wait his turn behind James White, who the staff thought was a better pass protector, so they trusted him on the field more. And so, because of that, he got the bulk load of the carries at Wisconsin in 2013. Then, James White is drafted into the National Football League by the Patriots, and then Melvin Gordon gets his opportunity. He could have left and went to the National Football League in 2013 along with James White, and he would have been selected very highly in the draft. But he said, no, there's unfinished business here at Wisconsin. I want to win a bowl game for my university, and I want the chance to be the guy, and that he was in 2014, made the most of it. They did win a bowl game. He got it done, was tremendous. His patience on and off the field is something that I love about Melvin Gordon III. Improved pass pro. And because of that patience that I just talked about, that I just referenced, him waiting his turn, he learned how to pass protect better. In 2013, when James White was getting the bulk load of the carries and the coaching staff did not trust him on third downs, he got better. He waited, he learned, he studied, and got better as a pass protector. And you could see the maturation from 2012 when he was on the field to 2013 when he was on the field to now 2014. He is a guy that on 3rd and 8 with a blitz, I can trust him in the game to allow my quarterback that extra second he needs to find the open receiver and deliver a catchable football to move the sticks. Melvin Gordon improved his pass pro over time and is now the next pro, a complete 3-down back in this league. I think you can start this kid day one. You won't have any problems with him catching the football out of the backfield, protecting your quarterback on 3rd down, and of course, guys, a workhorse. Hand him the football, move out of the way, and watch him work. He is a complete back, the type of guy that can take a franchise and put them over the hump. Indianapolis Colts. This is the type of guy that they need in their backfield. You move on to the cons for Melvin Gordon III. Will occasionally miss cutback lanes. I talked about Todd Gurley II and his ability to find cutback lanes with that vision. I don't know if Melvin Gordon III actually has that same elite vision like a Todd Gurley. He does find cutback lanes. He is adept at getting to them once he discovers them. But there are also times where I see complete backside wash I see the offensive line and the tight end do a great job of not only sealing the backside, but washing that part of the line completely down inside. And there is just a huge opening for him to cut back. And instead, he just slams it up into the line, picks up 3 yards. And I'm like, man, if you would have cut back there, buddy, there was about 33 yards and then some on the backside of that play. There's times when I'm like, man, you could put your head down and get 4, but why do that when there's 44 out here on this cutback lane? He's not always patient enough to see the cutback, or he just doesn't see it vision-wise. And again, the elite backs see those cutback lanes. He doesn't always see it, but this guy is an elite back. But he didn't always see, but he will see the cutback lane. Just not enough for me. I said occasionally. I didn't say all the time he misses cutback lanes. Occasionally, there will be a cutback lane and he won't hit it. And it's there for the taking and he misses the opportunity. That's just something I would like him to be just a little bit more vigilant of what is going on around him. If there's a cutback lane, especially some of the big ones I saw him miss, I'd love to see him hit them. But he's going to hit the hole more times than not. He's going to find the cutback lanes more times than not. Ask Nebraska. He didn't miss any cutback lanes or any holes that day, did he? Lacks home run speed, and I think that is everyone's biggest knock on Melvin Gordon III. And to me, it's not that big of a knock because 4.5, 240 isn't slow. It just isn't 4.43. Everybody wants to compare him to Jamal Charles. He's not Jamal Charles because Jamal Charles doesn't get caught from behind, okay? Jamal Charles, if he hits a hole, he gets a seam, he's gone, okay? You're not gonna get him, okay? With Melvin Gordon, you can catch him. Guys caught him on tape. I saw a lot of shoestring tackles where he gets tackled down at the 3-yard line, down at the 2-yard line, okay? I've seen guys catch him from behind, foot races that he didn't win. So there's definitely triple ability. There's some doubles that he's going to hit. Is he going to hit the home run every time? No, but don't mistake it. If he hits a seam and he's 45 yards away, he's going to score a touchdown. But if he's got to run 62 yards, you got a fast cornerback that's got an angle, he'll probably be able to catch him, stalk him down from behind and get him down on the ground. But again, physical runner with a beautiful stiff arm, you never know what can happen. So doesn't have the home run breakaway speed. He's more of a DeMarco Murray to me than a Jamal Charles. But again, what are we talking about here? We're talking about the league's leading rusher from a season ago. Powerful, physical, with a little bit of speed. To me, those are all qualities that are held by Melvin Gordon III. So that is Melvin Gordon III and his NFL Draft Prospects 101 breakdown. If it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here in the Lab Room. Come back and join me as we continue to break down anything and everything in the National Football League. See you next time when we'll be talking about one of my favorite backs in the draft.
There's plenty more where that came from. While you're here, subscribe to the channel. If you want more Louie T, be sure to follow me on Twitter at @InTheLabRoom, or you can like the Facebook page at In the Lab Room. That's In the Lab Room on Facebook and at In the Lab Room on Twitter. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so.
Mm-hmm.